Hey guys, thanks for joining me. My name is Sarah. This is Words of Divine Love. This week, my kitty has decided to join me. He's never done this before when I sit at my tarot altar, but for some reason today, he has decided that he's joining me too. So let's talk about what's going on this week. Oh, here, I'll help you. Sorry. Let's talk about what's going on this week. So there's been some pretty big and significant energy shifts happening. There's been like the last couple of weeks too, I've been talking about this, like different types of like emotional purging coming up, aspects of our shadow self coming up. Last week I talked a lot about fear. People are still experiencing dealing with different fears coming forward, because as we're coming into a new energy, we're stepping into the unknown, which brings up a lot of fear for people, right? We're taking a path we've never traveled before. So there is this sort of strange feeling of not really knowing what's coming, right? Even if we sort of know, we don't really know, right? It's new territory. We're starting all new things. And depending on where you're at in your journey or what's going on in your life, you could be doing a variety of things. This could be starting a new job. It could be starting a new relationship. You could literally be starting a whole new life, depending on the kind of transition or transformation that you've been going through during this time. So we just had the new moon on Monday. So new moon is always a great time for manifesting new things. What do we want for ourselves? What are we wanting to bring in for the month, for that lunar cycle? So this is a really good time to be manifesting things that you want for yourself in career and relationships, and areas like that in your life. It's a good time for like putting together vision boards, and we're starting all new life cycles right now. We're closing out a 3-year cycle, a 6-year cycle, a 9-year cycle, and a 12-year cycle. But the 9-year cycle is something that's really predominant for a lot of people. So take a look at what patterns have been occurring in the last 9 years and see what things are shifting and changing for you right now. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for the watchers this week? What messages do you have for the watchers this week? Professional assistance. Interesting, because when I split the deck earlier, I saw that twice. And optimism, which actually came out of my reading yesterday, right? We're all being called to really take a new perspective on things, right? A more optimistic perspective than we've taken in the past, even when things seem difficult or uncomfortable, to stay optimistic and understanding that these times don't last forever, right? Those uncomfortable moments don't last forever. Those times of sadness or grief, loss, upset, whatever, those moments don't last forever. Right, and as we look at things more optimistically, as we start to have a more positive mindset, we start to manifest and bring in the things that we want, right? Because we're creating this whole new life for ourselves. We're starting to learn the power of manifestation and our ability to manifest things quickly, whether we perceive those things to be good or bad, realizing that what we think about is what we bring about. So switching our perspective to thinking in a more positive and optimistic way, especially when thinking about the future. So what's really interesting is on the table we have professional assistance and kindred partnerships. So I specifically said that this could be about career or this could be about a relationship. So for some of you, this is a partnership at work. This is somebody that you could create a work partnership with. Maybe you guys are going to build a business together, or someone who's going to help you in building a business or some sort of project or something that you are working on. There's going to be a partnership there where you and this person, you just work very, very well together. You mesh very well together, and being optimistic and grateful about that, even in the difficult times of this project or this new career with this person, to staying optimistic and positive and knowing that everything is happening for your highest outcome. So for someone, there is, a partnership at work. And for others, there is a relationship coming in. It could even be someone you meet at work or meet through something to do with your work, or even a shared, like you both do the same thing or the similar job, right? And you bond over the fact that you do the same thing. But this person is a higher level soulmate. Right, so we're starting to, as we've been growing and redefining ourselves over these last few months, as we've been going through these energies, going through these upgrades and ascension, right? That's essentially what's been going on here over this last period of time. As we've been going through ascension, right? Our souls are growing, learning, and changing, and we're becoming completely different people as we go through these things, right? And you're bringing in better things for yourself. And for some people right now, if you've been looking for a relationship, if you've been calling that in for yourself, that is coming up for you, right? That is coming up for you. I feel like it's kind of, we're closing out the summer season. We have the 21st, I believe, is the first day of autumn, of fall. So I feel like in the change of the seasons is where we're going to start to see these things really coming to pass, right? It's like right now we're kind of in this in-between stage of old situations and new situations, and just starting to set things into motion and stepping, it's like putting your feet on the ground, and slowly you start to like walk, more confidently, and then faster and faster, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like the summer is just sort of finishing it out, right? And then we get into autumn and things start to change. And by the end of the year, I feel like there's a lot of really good things going on in relationship or in career, depending on how it could even be both. For some people, it could be both. However it resonates for you, really, where you're at on your journey, right? And what kind of things that you've been manifesting for yourself in the inner work that you've been doing to bring in what you want in your life. Right? So if you've been looking for a relationship, there certainly is that. If you're going forward with a business or wanting to go into partnership, with somebody in a business, this is a good time to do so. It's a time for passionate new beginnings and things. I'm not taking all of these, like 10 of them on the floor here. And for some people, it's about balancing work and relationships. And cats are having a cat fight. Did he bite you? Was it very nice? All right, so it's finding balance between your work and your relationship. That's really important, right? What are the other messages in that space here? That's too many. The Ace of Pentacles came out again, though. That's twice. Right, what's the Ace of Pentacles? Is a stable new beginning. Yeah, because we've been walking away from the old, right? And as we're walking away from things that no longer serve us, things that we've just outgrown, as we walk away from those things is when we start to bring in these things. So like I was saying, it's kind of like as with the summer closing out, coming to the end of the season, it's like that's sort of what's happening with this cycle as well, right? We're closing out this cycle. We're coming to the end of the season of this cycle, right? And walking away from things that no longer serve us. So if you're still sort of holding on to things that you know aren't meant for you, whether that be relationships, friendships, whatever, situations, jobs, things that you know just you're not, you're deserving of better. You're deserving of something different. Now's the time to allow those things to fall away and to walk away from those things, right? Right? We need to let go of the past. Wow, yeah, especially if you're wanting to bring in love, right? We need to let go of the past that we can bring in these new relationships. And the Ace of Cups flew out on the floor, right? So for somebody, it's like you need to walk away and close out an old cycle in a relationship with someone else to bring in this this partnership, right? The Two of Cups is a divine pair, right? And it's a new cycle in love. And I was saying to take a look at the last 9 years. If you're someone who's been asking about relationship, trying to manifest a relationship for yourself, look at your relationship cycle for the last 9 years and what's been happening in that, and what kind of changes that you made, and where you still need to, do a little work and shine a little light. But there is definitely a new relationship coming in here. Like I said, like it's a divine partnership, a high level soulmate. So whatever you're holding on to from the past needs to be released so that you can bring a new partnership forward. I'm going to go into this in more detail, continued on my Facebook page on Words of Divine Love. If you want to, hear more about this, and I'm going to keep going with some other readings and bring in some other channeled messages, definitely come and check me out. Thank you so much for joining the show, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, and it means so much to me that you guys join and watch. And if you're enjoying the show, definitely do check out my page. I do at least one free reading every Thursday, and I do come on throughout the week and do readings and messages and things like that.